How to do keyword research in 2025. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so first, let's talk about match types. So we have exact match, phrase match, and broad match. Keyword match types work very differently in 2025 than how they used to. In phrase match, you bid on your keyword, but if your keyword includes other terms, that can also be bid on as well. In broad match, you bid on your keyword that you bid on and anything that could include that. So for example, if we bid on the keyword red shoes in exact match, you only bid on red shoes. But if you bid on red shoes in phrase match, you might bid on the keyword term red large shoes. Now in broad match, as long as it includes red shoes, anything with that you'll bid on as well. So red large shoes, shops near me, etc. Now the main difference between how match types used to work and how they work today is Google now uses intent-based marketing. So if Google believes that your search shows intent to buy something, then it will bid on that keyword. For example, as we see here in exact match, the example they say is furniture store. Now anything related to that may be bid on in exact match as well. Couch store or bed store, mattress store, anything that might show that intent to purchase. Now, as I explained before, phrase match is one step more broad than that, and of course, broad match is as broad as it gets. Now, how they work is essentially how specific to the keyword you want to get. Now, in general, exact match historically has been the most cost-effective match type. Now, broad match is getting better and better, and it uses AI to understand intent. You want to be using broad match to make sure that you're capturing as many relevant searches to your business as possible, specifically now in 2025. I would recommend broad match usually more than phrase and exact match today if you have the budget for it, which I would have never said in other years. Now let's move on and start our keyword research in the Google Ads account. From here, you want to go to Tools on the left-hand side, open up Planning, and then you will see Keyword Planner. Go ahead and click on that. What we want to start with is understanding what keywords that will work for our business. So if we haven't done any keyword research and we're just starting from scratch, we'll click on Discover New Keywords. Now, there's two ways to go about this. One, we could start with our website, or we could start with keywords. Okay, now let's go ahead and start with a website. So let's start with our website to get a good understanding of what people might want to search if they're looking for our product or service. So as an example, we'll use mechanicalkeyboards.com. So this is a business that sells mechanical keyboards, keycaps, mice, and those sort of products. Now let's look at the keywords that Google has provided us. So first, let's start by filtering by monthly searches. So as you can see, keyboard is a very highly searched keyword. However, it's also very high competition. Although, what is interesting is the CPCs are relatively low, $1.76. So if you do have a budget of, I would say, about $5,000 to $10,000 a month or more, you might want to go ahead and use that keyword keyboard specifically for your business if you're selling mechanical keyboards. But in general, to be as cost effective as possible, you want to look at what keywords are specific to your business, have high monthly searches, and a low CPC or a low cost per click. And you can find it on the right here. These are your CPCs. You typically want to bid on keywords that are more specific and are longer tailed keywords because they show high intent. So for this business, they sell mechanical keyboards. You might want to bid on, for example, full-size mechanical keyboards. As you can see here, mechanical keyboard is a very highly searched term. So 10,000 to 100,000 average monthly searches, and the CPCs are quite low. So as we scroll, let's find some keywords that make sense for our business, are more specific, have that high monthly search volume, but relatively low CPCs. So because mechanical keyboard is literally the name of this brand, we definitely want to be bidding on that type of keyword. Gaming keyboard, custom keyboard, these are all high competition as well, but relatively low CPCs. Because this specific business sells custom keyboards and keycaps, custom keyboard is very relevant and has relatively low CPCs, and again, a very high average monthly search volume. So I'll go ahead and select that. Now, because the customer persona, I believe, would be looking for a gaming keyboard, best gaming keyboard is another great one to use. Best mechanical keyboard, again, off of the two before. The CPCs here are relatively high, but again, $1.43 is relatively low on average for Google Ads. Now, key switches is something that the business offers, and definitely low CPCs and high search volumes, so that's a great one. Now, I do want to point out this specific keyword, ducky white, right? It's not something we want to bid on. It has high monthly searches. Low competition also lets you know that it's not something that people believe is converting, and it does have very high CPCs relative to other very high intent keywords, as high as $11.67. So we definitely don't want a keyword like that. Now, of course, this business is selling keycaps, which is a very specific item, so we definitely want to be bidding on that keyword keycaps. It has relatively decent monthly search volume, but it is very relevant to our business and specific to what this business sells. Relatively low CPCs, as you can see, only up to $76 for a click there. So as you're going through, click on the keywords that you believe are specific to your business, show that high intent, have high average monthly searches, but also relatively low CPCs. Now, once you're done, go ahead and click Add Keywords to create plan. This allows you to save those keywords for later, for if you want to bid on those keywords in whatever Google Ads campaigns you run. So now we have a list of the keywords that we believe would be best for our business. We can go ahead and click Download in Google Sheets here, name the Sheets file what you'd like, and go ahead and click Download. Now, once you open your sheet, you'll see something like this. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up so that it can be presentable if we want to show it to our potential client. Awesome, now we have a list of keywords that we might want to use if we're running Google Ads. Now you can go ahead and send these keywords on to your boss, if you're internally working for a business, or your client, if you're on the agency side. So that's how to do keyword research in 2025. If you're looking to optimize your Google Ads account, I have a Google Ads audit checklist that I use for all of the Google Ads accounts that I audit. It's completely free. I'll leave the link in the description. All you have to do is click and go there. In this audit checklist, it gives you absolutely everything you need to know to make sure that your Google Ads account is in tip-top shape and fully optimized. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for when I create new Google Ads content. See ya.